Coming off of that scrumptious, delicious win from last game, we are now into the second one. The Condors Conestoga Esports team is fighting off against Fuel. Both of them just won their last match. Definitely both 2-0s because, I mean, that was super quick as well for Conestoga. Now this is really when the tournament starts, in my opinion.
And now as the Condors and the Falcons face off, Rieger with a really good defense. The chunk and poke managing to strike through, but it goes to Ches, who gets it all the way into the air. McLean on the backboard.
Wow.
Ow, that scoop!
Oh my goodness. Again, this is gross. I don't understand how McLean does it. He sits on that backboard like a fly on a wall, watching everything around him. And then last second, when you leave your fruit out or you leave the ball out too long, he collapses on it and he gets on it, and it's going to be a goal almost every single time. He is so good. He is like a fly the way he has all these eyes just looking around the field. Impressive.
I'd say that's more like spider-like. He's just waiting there in the moment. Like the ball's like it lands on the web and he just feels the vibrations like it's there.
And then boom. I do actually like that. We should start calling McLean Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider car, Spider car, God's four wheels all across the wall.
McLean might be my favorite
Hits the
Spider-Man.
And that's the goal.
My
Blocks
goodness.
his own shot. There he goes. Look out. Here comes the Spider car.
That should have been a goal for the side of Fuel there. Unfortunate miscommunication from Rieger, and I believe it was, I don't know if it was Ches or McLean, but there was a goal that could have easily happened and just a slight mess up there. But still, nonetheless, Fuel is winning with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. We're about a quarter of the way in, and Fuel is maintaining this lead pretty well.
The chunk, or more like the bump, is the amount of times you just bumping Ches out of the way. McLean's in the air, gets past Poke. This is a dangerous situation, though. That was almost a dead momentum ball right in Conestoga's end. They need to get out of there. McLean going for the rotate, gets the aerial interception. The chunk uses the remainder of their boost. Will CY be able to block it? They carry it, and it gets launched, but rebounded to Ches!
What a great job. Again, this is why Fuel is so impressive to me. Their teamwork. Rieger goes for a shot. McLean goes to try to bump someone, and then Ches follows it up. That is a textbook. The thing is, the shot didn't work out. The bump didn't work out, but the goal ended up in the back of the net no matter what because of that teamwork.
The central rebound, it's what really brought the power in. McLean gets hit out and has to use majority of their boost to try and gain more traction in the air. Hits to the chunk, a really good save, goes to Rieger, bounces. It's don't know who really would win that 50. Spider car yet again.
I'm telling you, these angles that McLean is hitting is not real. It is out of this world. He must have spidey senses. I'm telling you.
He has to. Look at that. And there was another turtle goal as well.
It's just
He's
fantastic.
just a master of the air turtle. Is he Spider car or is he a Teenage Mutant Ninja car turtle?
He's both. He could, why not a little crossover here? I think it's crazy, too. He doesn't even have a unique goal explosion. He likes to keep it classy.
He likes the default.
Sometimes, remember Tfue back in the Fortnite days, if you ever played? He just would always rock that
My God,
that's default skin. Yeah.
The default skin.
I'm just, a little throwback. You know that GIF where it's like the guy blowing dust off the book?
Yes.
That's how I feel right now, bringing up Tfue in default skin. But either way, this game has kind of gone just default only for
that's dating me a little bit. I'm 25 next week.
Wow. Oh my goodness, Dragon. That's awesome.
Oh,
though.
a nice block from Ches. And the rebound, a traded demo from CYB to Rieger, and Ches gets the strike. The demo revenge was too much. CYB saw blood, he wanted it, but it wasn't gonna be enough. As you can see, he gets it through. The chunk does not have the speed.
Fantastic job by Ches, just exhausting all of his boost till the last second there and just making it enough to score another goal, and now having Fuel up by 4. Fantastic job by Fuel, just doing a great job. And now I did get told, as I mentioned, we thought it would be a 2-0 for Conestoga, but actually it was a forfeit from the other team. They were not
Oh,
there.
so this is their first match.
Exactly, and you can kind of see that. I honestly could have maybe guessed that, right? I feel like, Dragon, you could have, like, you didn't know that, and I bet you could have guessed they seem a bit cold, right? A bit rusty, if you will. Maybe they weren't able to get a game in before, and
That's true. We're kind of seeing. And congratulations, my friend. You have earned the title of Caster Curse.
Hey, it's okay as long as Fuel is able to close out this with a win. That is okay.
What is that goal explosion? Just summoning a demon? Because why not? They kind of need it.
They do. A minute and 10 seconds left, and they need 3 goals just to send it to overtime. And another little misplay there by Poke. He was a kind of MVP a couple seconds ago with that goal, but a crucial whiff, which is now giving the ball still in their possession there. But again, this is what we talked about. That's the difference between the Cougars and Fuel with that backboard.
They're almost mirroring Fuel's backboard assault and defense. They need to get it out of there. There goes to Reeker. A nice scoop. Hits off the wall, but he has rebounded, and that's another one from Poke.
Great job. I mean, you can start seeing who does what on each side. I mean, we already know Fuel's, but Poke seems to be this saving grace when it comes to goals. He comes in last second and just slots them home after the defense has already collapsed. They're already drained. They're already exhausted. And then a goal is now brought to them. But 35 seconds, 2 more goals for Conestoga. It's not impossible at all. This is honestly very doable. And the way that they're moving, the pace they're playing at, they could easily get 2, even 3 if they wanted, if they're able to get the right setups. And this is looking like a good setup, but Ches stopping them in their tracks.
Literally right now, all Fuel needs to do is just bleed time. You're up by 2. There's 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and you can see that right now. They're just keeping the ball in the air.
They're going to get that insurance.
And they just, a slight miss there. But honestly, they're fine with it. As long as the ball is just being left somewhere else, not their net. And as it does, Reeker gets the MVP for that game. 2 epic saves, 3 saves in total. Give him that Warden, which you love to see. But McLean, again, each game
stats.
just impressing me. This is a fantastic job. Yeah, Reeker winning MVP with 5 saves, 2 shots and assists, no goals. To win MVP like that, that is amazing. A great job. And then 2 goals from Ches, 2 goals from McLean. We saw those coming. Just a great job. Overall stat lines for everyone was phenomenal.
And look at the shot count. 10 shots for Fuel, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 for Conestoga.
Yeah, it's just, it comes down to that defense. It comes down to just, being ready, and a great job by McLean getting kind of fed the ball there, and then he was able to make it work. And here, this is probably my favorite goal because they mess up twice, but Ches is there. And if Ches doesn't score that goal, it's very hard for Fuel to get back and stop an attack. But Ches is so confident in scoring that he's okay with it, which I love. And he's confident in his teammates of maybe being able to get it back. So good job. And honestly, even those goals at the end, when they were up 3, getting that 4th goal kind of felt like, a little bit of overkill. But you started to see them come back at the end. And that's why you get as many as you can as soon as you can.
And that's a dangerous start. That kickoff goal going more in favor of Reeker with a really good block, using everything they can. Gets it past 1. McLean demoing, just being an annoyance for them. Pass it through, strikes, it gets pinched. Reeker has to rotate out, goes through the air, gets a flick. It gets blocked at the last second. McLean is there. 52 boost at a dream. 20 going down. 0 boost. No boost berry now. And it's a bounce. And it looks like it's down to Ches. They got to get past Ches. They might be able to get the goal. It goes to Reeker. A nice roll all the way to Conestoga's end. The chunk is there to strike it. Manages to dodge McLean. Gets head out to Ches. Goes to CYB. Reeker needs to stop this. He does. It flicks all the way into the corner. McLean is chasing the chunk for it. Goes to Reeker, who has very minimal boost. And it's just a back and forth strike for both teams that can just not break through. A demo comes out from Ches.
Yeah, it's just been a back and forth, and Fuel has started actually demoing a lot more. Reeker had a demo at the very beginning, and I was very shocked to see Fuel not come away with a goal there, as they kind of used all their resources, and a little pinch there on the side. And Ches, again, like I talked about, coming in and giving that faith to his team and just being the last line of offense here.
Because McLean tried to hit it, but there wasn't enough, and then Ches was able to survive on the rebound to strike it.
I like it. I mean, McLean just throwing off that timing again. He kind of pinched it into the wall. It slowly trickled down, and then Ches lined up with him. And lining up, he is the chunk in the goal. Nice job there to get that kickoff goal. And now 1-1. This is the first time we've seen it tied other than zeros. You got to feel good if you're Conestoga getting that right out of the way.
With
Very
3
good
minutes
job.
and 42 seconds left, there might well have not even been a goal at the start. It's still so much. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Nice.
Okay.
A musty flick just was not musty enough there to score the goal, but the chunk comes through and shows why he is the chunk. Because he's here, and he's going to give you a chunk of goals for his team and a chunk of shots. And he gets 2 goals already to start this game. They started off a bit slow, like we said, coming in, cold hands, but now they are red hot, and they're doing a great job at just overwhelming Fuel off of the kickoffs, and it's only been kickoffs alone so far.
I mean, the Condors are showing their talons now. The Falcon needs to reach it. That's exactly what has to happen.
It does. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something else. I truly apologize, Dragon.
No,
I was
we're all
going to
good.
let you continue to go. And, do you know what they also call Falcons? They call them the Dirty Birds. And I think
The
Fuel
Dirty
needs to
Birds?
get, yes, they're Dirty Birds.
Bird's the word.
But they need to get a bit dirty
Oh!
here as
Well,
the Chunk scores his 3rd goal.
And that's a hat trick for the Chunk.
And they just kind of start needing to keep those demos up that they had at the beginning and start playing super. I like how they were playing very aggressive at the beginning, but now Conestoga has started to find their own groove and not letting Fuel get anything that they want like as before. But this is going to be a beautiful shot, and it hits off the post, and a great save by CYB. Oh my goodness, Fuel, that's the second time this match that they probably should have had a goal and don't come away with one. And again, they're just missing the mark. I don't know how many times the post or crossbar has been hit. This is, oh my goodness.
The crossbar and the post is just being the bane of Fuel's existence right now.
It really has. I mean, I feel like Batman, with the amount of times they have to go up with Bane, or the bane of their existence, as you said, it's just gruesome. Every single time you think they have a goal, someone is there, and that someone is the crossbar or post stopping them.
Well, riddle me this. How do you think Fuel needs to get through this defense and not hit the crossbar?
I think they need to put some poison ivy on the field and make it so that their car tires get stuck in the bottom and get kind of glued, like a little bit of that one game mode where you can have all those different abilities. Rumble, yes. I love me some Rumble. I almost got champ in Rumble too.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Rumble ranked me super high after getting my placement. And speaking of super high, the score is the time is quite the opposite, and the score is very high now. 4-1 with 1 minute and 31 seconds left.
This is the first time that we've seen Fuel actually on the back line this time. They need to get 3 goals just to tie it if they don't want to end up in a Game 3 gauntlet.
And I don't think anyone ever wants to find themselves in a Game 3, but at least you won that first one, and you won it pretty handily. And again,
the crossbar again.
A crossbar. We're just trying to avoid these players a little bit too much and can't seem to find the target on net. Poke, just trying to poke this one out and steal some time off the clock. Time is their friend now on this one, where it was their enemy in the last match.
I mean, at this point, I have no words. I have no words. They've read into a lot of Fuel's plays. There's no boost minimally for the side of Fuel. They are going on an attack with minimal resources. It goes to Dodge to Reeker. 47 seconds left. They need to break through now. It gets blocked by the Chunk yet again, who has just been carrying Conestoga through this entire match so far.
Yeah, he's been nothing.
But there you go, at the 30-second mark.
He's been nothing but the MVP, the Chunk. He's doing a great job, but you can't stop everything. He gets bumped there, which is a great heads-up play. CYB did not think he was going to have to get back in time because of the bump. He did, and he wasn't able to get there soon enough. And now a 2-goal lead. And like I said before, this is plenty of time for a team to score, especially Fuel. We saw them come out and score super quickly, but so is Conestoga. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind. The post kind of coming out there finally for the first time for the Condors, but it's looking like the Condors are doing a great job at just kind of playing keep away. Just 10 seconds left now. Chez is going to dump it in and just going to get blocked. 2 members of Conestoga are up there. 3, 2, and 1 second left. Is so long as the ball hits the ground, it is over, and it does.
And we are now going into a hot seat match. It is game 3, winner take all. Whoever wins this goes into the losers bracket. Whoever wins will move on. And can we get Scott Sterling on our team by any chance?
Why do you say that? Because
they can block just every goal with their face.
Yeah, I guess. But the thing is, if you're a car, where is your face? The very front?
Yeah, like the very front. So you just get Scott Sterling in a Mini Cooper and just put him right in front.
Boom, and then he can block everything?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I think that's what you got to do.
We might have to call in some backup, and his name might be Chez, because, Chez is really our defensive mastermind. But how can you be a defensive mastermind when they score 2 kickoff goals, right? The game realistically would be 2-2 if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, kickoff goals are very, very dangerous, especially in these scenarios.
Yeah, it's very tough, especially playing like these
Unless
high-level
kickoff
games. It really comes down to honestly just a pure luck at the end of the day. Kickoff goals are, but when you get 2 of them, you start thinking, is there a strategy to it? That's when they start to get in your head, and you can't let that happen, especially in a tournament that is so important. So much is on the line, so much is at stake. You need to keep your head in the game. And with that being said, we are now heading into match 3. So win or go down to the loser or the lower bracket for both teams here.
It is winner take all in this scenario. A really good strike from CYB to poke. A double tap to strike.
Fantastic job. I mean, look at this play. A pass up by CYB and poke, just poking it above Fuel, and CYB staying with it the whole time and not letting go. Amazing, amazing play there. That might be my favorite play that I've seen so far on the day. Just that small touch, it's so subtle. Then staying with the ball to control it, a great job. But can we see a goal? Oh
no,
my goodness.
denied.
See, it's like looking at a fresh, like ripe apple. You want to sink your teeth in when you see nobody on the backboard there.
And the crossbar again!
And I just can't seem to find a goal here. Fuel's just been dry for scoring the past 3-4 minutes now of gameplay.
Okay. That was some Happy Gilmore style play, just using the opponent as a golf tee and a launch. You can see here from McLean to Rieker, who flicks it to CYB, to Rieker, who hits it, who bumps out of the way, and boom.
Great job. Again, every single goal has involved more than one person on the team. And also, I didn't realize, what is that car?
Which car?
This car. What is this?
I think that's I think that's literally a Ford F-150.
That's insane.
No, it's not. Is it? I cannot tell.
I have no clue what it is.
I need to see. No, it is a Ford F-150.
But I've never seen.
It's literally a Ford F-150.
I've never seen anyone use that car.
Airstrike.
Doesn't matter when it works out. Chez following up this little play set up by McLean. A great job. Because Chez is the one in this weird, funky car, but he finds the goal there. And now, Fuel is winning for the first time in almost 10 minutes now.
The kickoff goal denial, that demo from Conestoga saved them so much when it comes to momentum. They need to pinch it out. It takes Rieker and Chez both to strike it. A nice hit from the chunk to McLean. The momentum of the ball being struck in the center to CYB, who taps it into the corner. Gets to Chez, who strikes it, gets it over. It's rolling, goes over and launches from Chez all the way into the corner into Conestoga's end. McLean and Chez getting a double kill demo.
Wow. Insane. Just ruthless right now. We are really just smashing up. This is a demolition derby on the field. As we are almost entering in, we're past now the halfway point, and we're entering into the second half of this game, Game 3, and a great save by McLean. But all his boost is going to be used for that. But can he get out of that one? And that's exactly what I pointed out. He just wasn't able to get the boost here. A good 50 win by CYB. And then McLean could have saved it if he had the right amount of boost. But the chunk just quicker and has more elevation to score it in the bottom right, in the top right there.
And now another kickoff. It goes through all the way to Reeker. CYB has to block it, redirects it to center, but it goes right to McLean. Hits off to the chunk, launches it to Reeker. Getting it into the air, doing some nice juggling. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It rolls to CYB, who blocks it. Ches had to rotate to get boost. McLean gets demoed. It goes to Ches, who gets demoed by Poke.
Just a bunch of demos coming out, which, you know, obviously usually favor the team that's getting demoed, but I kind of like it. It was almost a reset on boost because now everyone is in sync here to attack, and they just can't find this goal. Everyone is there, but they're all too close to the goal line to be able to actually push the ball physically into it. Still, Fuel is not giving up on their attack. They're taking a little hiatus, and now they're fully on the defensive end. But they want a goal, and they want it now. The next team that scores, to be honest, I would assume is probably winning this game. And I think both teams know that, and they're just scared. They're playing a bit more passive here. And Reeker centers it, but nobody is able to follow up. And oh my goodness, some air plays. CYB just always winning these 50s in the air. It's so impressive. Oh my goodness.
And a nice block from McLean to Ches, launching it all the way into the corner. 1 minute left. It is still 2-2. It is going to be a very vital minute. Anything can happen.
Just crazy demos coming out from the side of the Condors now. We've seen the last 4 demos go to the side of them, but will it help them? Oh my goodness, Ches is just on their tail, being a pest right now, just sticking with them. But
He's
now,
a forward driver. It's kind of what they do. Hey-oh!
That's a good one. I really like that one, Dragon. But now, full boost. It's just Reeker alone up here, but we see this time and time again. If I'd like anyone to be just by themselves up front, it's Reeker. He centers it. Nobody is there.
Oh, no!
And a clear from CYB. Wow.
The pinch, though, it just strikes through, goes right over McLean, and no one was there to rotate, and it bounces all the way. Fuel needs to get a goal in 24 seconds now just to tie it up. Can they do it?
And this is tough. As I stated before, whoever kind of got that first goal is probably winning this. And I still, unfortunately, stay true to my word. I believe Fuel is going to have a very tough time finding a goal with the last 10 seconds, especially if they keep getting themselves in these 50s and not being able to win them. They need to go for one final push, but it gets denied as now, if the ball just touches the ground, it's over.
They just got to keep it up. Can they do it? They just have to hit it. And that is Fuel Esports going into the lower bracket. The Condors clip the Falcons' wings, and we go down to the lower bracket.
Yes, we do. Like I said, I'm okay to go down to the lower bracket, but maybe not this early.
No.
It's super tough, especially against a team that you kind of, I would say, dominated in that first half of the very first game. You know, it got back into it. The second game, they did really well, but then you were ahead for a lot of that game. And it's just an unfortunate goal to end it. It's pretty heartbreaking. And now they're going to really have to bounce back.
They really do. So I'm very curious to see who they will face in these lower brackets, because I believe in your philosophy. You kind of go down to the lower bracket. You have a very good opportunity to kind of sweep your lower to get into that. We're still in this yet. We will be having to cut to a short break as we figure out who our first opponents are going to be in the lower bracket of this Rocket League tournament. So don't go anywhere. Get some hydration. Stay tuned.